Yo, what up everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. Today, getting to the point, I'm doing a video on the top 6 books that every single man should read. I read these books, they changed my life. I really recommend reading them. I'm just gonna go through the list, get a really short summary, and I made a lot of videos about some of these books, like more in-depth reviews and summaries, so I can link those as well. So let's get it. I'm on my way to the gym right now, got a busy ass day. But let's go. First book. Well, I'm going like a backwards order from 6 to 1. I was gonna do 5, but there's just one more very important one. So this book at number 6 is gonna be Ego is the Enemy. So, yo, this book is very, very important to read, I think, because sometimes our ego gets in the way and we think that we're better than we actually are, and we like lose a bit of that humbleness. So this book really it really keeps a man humble and keeping in mind other people's points of views and really trying to put yourself into others' shoes. This book is by Ryan Holiday, who's also a very, very good author. And this book just really keeps you humble and really keeps your ego at bay, and I really recommend it. Alright guys, now we at number 5. So here we have Way of the Superior Man by David Data, however you say it. I have a in-depth review video about this book as well. This book is insane. It's all about masculinity and the way of being a true man and tapping into that masculinity. And really, it's more than that. It's about like purpose, living your true life and purpose, and to be truly happy and truly a man of status and joy. You gotta really be living your true purpose. So if you're living a life of that's really hard, like you're really working hard, but you're like doing it for others, that's good. But what it says is that if you're not living your true purpose and you're doing stuff you hate, then that's gonna go on to everyone else, you know, and you're not gonna truly attract that authenticity into your life, and you're not gonna have that true joy. But if you have true purpose and you're doing what you love and you're building towards what you love, towards your purpose, then you're gonna be much happier and you're gonna attract better. Another big thing of this book is like, you can have times of not having purpose, but the big thing about that it says about it is you have to go through these moments where you're kind of like confused and you don't know what's happening, and you have to keep searching for these visions until you get a purpose. And it's okay, like we have these moments of drifting, but you have to go through them to find the next vision. And it doesn't always have to be like the same purpose your whole life. It could change, and that's a big part of the book. There's a lot more that goes into it. Insane book. Next up, number 4. At number 4, we got a very famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So this is one of the first books I actually read. I was like 18. Blew my mind. If you want to understand finances better and how money works, please read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. All about how to play the game of finances and how to make money work for you. It like gives you a basic idea. You're not gonna like know everything off the dot, but you're gonna have a basic idea how to like make money work for you, basically through investments, through real estate, through just like investing in multiple assets, having multiple streams of income in your life. And it'll kind of open your mind to that point of view and give you more ideas on how you could do that in your life. So financially, I think this is the number 1 book that everyone should read. And because it's not like super like specific numbers, like it will confuse the shit out of you. It's like will give you basic ideas and really open your mind to the world of finance and how that game works. All right, next up, number 3, we getting there, is The Alchemist. I also made a in-depth video review on this one as well, so you guys can watch that if you're interested. So The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho is moving on to a different topic, to purpose, which we actually talked about a little bit. But The Alchemist is this fiction story. It's about a story about a boy basically who's looking for his treasure, and he has to keep looking for. He has to overcome obstacles, overcome trickery. But moral of the story is he keeps going, and no matter what, he knows that his life will not be fulfilled until he finds his treasure. So basically, moral of the story here is your purpose. The Alchemist is all about finding your purpose and living true to yourself. There's a lot more that goes into it, and it's actually a very interesting story as well. So if you're interested, read it. It's number 3 on 6 books that every single man should read. Alchemist, very, very good book on purpose. All right, at number 2 of 6 books that every single man should read is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Daniel Carnegie. Yo, this book is insane. This is one of the most important books, not for even for every man to read, but every person in general. I'm telling you, this book is so good. So it might sound corny, the title, but this is one of the most famous books in history, and it's basically how to deal with people, and it just gives like such good tips of how to be a good person, how to make connections, how to be a leader, how to influence people, how to make friends, how to make connections, how to start businesses, because like it's all about connections, networking, right? So just some there's so much that goes into it, but I'll just give a few little tips, or little things that are tips from the book. So for example, simple things like using people's names often, you know, because person's name is the most important thing in their vocabulary, right? Another thing, like asking people a lot of questions, like listening more, asking more questions rather than talking about yourself. Shoot. Because end of the day, people love talking about themselves. I mean, I do. Who doesn't? Like, people love talking about themselves. You ask them questions, bro, they will like you more. They will love talking about themselves and the things you ask. And those are only 2 small tips. There's so many in there. The book is so good. I think every human being should read this book. How to Win Friends and Influence People, number 2 on the list. Now let's move on to number 1. Now we at number 1, and I talk about this book a lot. I actually did a review on it as well recently, and I'm rereading this book right now actually, because I haven't read it in a while. So at number 1 of 6 books that every man should read is Guide to the Good Life, Ancient Art of Stoic Joy. This is one of the most mind-blowing best books I've ever read in my life. Talk about it a lot, and I did a video on it as well. If you guys want to watch, have that option for more in-depth. Basically, short summary of this book is it's all about stoicism. And what's stoicism? Quick summary is controlling what you can control and not being so reactive to everything, because ultimately you can control your reactions and your outlook on life, and taking everything as a positive thing and it being meant to be. And in this way of not searching for more, Stoics actually it's like an inverse thing. I actually got more success, more joy, more attention, a lot of them were emperors, you know. The most famous Stoics were emperors, even though they didn't crave this fame and success, but they were just joyous in what they did, and they were just happy no matter the circumstances, you know. So this book, just like the mental outlook on your life, just changes forever. Very important. That wraps up the video, guys. Those are the top 6 books that I think every man should read. Quick rushed video in the car, but gotta do what you gotta do. Now let's get this workout in. Hope you guys have a great day. Keep on grinding. Let's go. Let's get it. Slava Ukraini.